On Friday, during closing arguments in the defamation trial that Donald Trump is facing, a second one, by the way, from E. Jean Carroll, Alina Habba once again got in trouble by Judge Lewis Kaplan because Alina Habba, for the life of her, can't seem to follow basic courtroom and basic legal rules. Alina Habba, during her closing argument, attempted to introduce slides to the jury. So she brings out her thing, has these slides, and immediately, for very obvious reasons, because these slides had not previously been shared, E. Jean Carroll's lawyers objected. The judge said, "You're not showing the slide." And Alina Habba said, "But, Your Honor," and the judge immediately cut her off and said, "Sit down. You are on the verge of spending some time in the lockup." Alina Habba's courtroom behavior and her failure to follow rules, not just his courtroom rules, by the way, these are basic legal procedures that people who go to law school learn about, and she's getting it wrong. She is not doing it properly. And now it's gotten to the point where the judge was so pissed off that he threatened to put her in jail for not following the rules. And of course, this hurts your client, Donald Trump, who, by the way, had already stormed out of the courtroom after he gave a very impassioned and fiery and completely false statement to the court. But Alina Habba ruined Donald Trump's chances of walking away from this without having to pay tens of millions, maybe more, in damages. Her incompetence is now beyond incompetence. And I would almost call it negligence at this point. That is the only way to describe this. Habba, as somebody who went to law school, somebody who has passed the bar, I'm assuming, she has to know the proper rules, the proper procedures in court. You cannot introduce new evidence during your closing arguments if you have not introduced that evidence into the court previously so that the other side can know what is coming up. You know, a lot of people may not understand this because, we get warped views on how courtroom procedures work thanks to TV and movies. One side in a trial is not allowed to spring this surprise evidence at the last minute and win the case. That's not legal. The other side has to be aware of every single piece of evidence that is going to be introduced in the trial. If new evidence emerges during the trial, a motion has to be filed, the information has to be shared, and yes, that includes introducing slides that you want to show the jury. Anything that you want to show the jury has to be seen and submitted to the other side, in this case, E. Jean Carroll's lawyers, before you bring it up in court. That is common knowledge for anyone that has ever worked in the legal industry. And Alina Habba keeps breaking these rules. Now, over the weekend, I talked about the fact that legal ethics experts believe that Trump could sue her for legal malpractice, probably wouldn't win, but if the evidence that she failed to introduce properly could have changed the outcome of the trial, then Donald Trump 100% has a winnable legal malpractice lawsuit on his hands if he chooses to sue Alina Habba. She has done so much damage to him that it's almost like she's secretly working for the left. I would love to find out later on that she was some kind of double agent tanking Trump from the inside, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, if I were to learn that today, it'd be like, oh, okay, well, now I understand. But that's not what it is. She's just that bad at her job, and Trump is going to keep her on. I don't know why. She is going to cost him possibly his entire fortune, but he still will not hold her accountable or fire her for being so dangerously bad at her job. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.